Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Part 3 gang, y'all. Let's get it, y'all. Part 3 gang, y'all. Let's get it. Like, share, subscribe, y'all. Let's get it. Let's go. Man, I promise you, man, Ali fumbled the package. The pack went that way. When the pack went that way, you just seen bro from Richmond get up. Bro from Richmond, like, gather himself. Man, he got on top of Ali, man. Like, he reversed the move that Ali had him in. He reversed that jump. He on top of Ali. Next thing you know, you just see him like this. Boom, boom. You just see somebody like when they back trying to block. I look, I see the Richmond dude. He grabbed a sack, put it in his back pocket. Another Richmond dude. My word, you just see the Richmond dude like this. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. He pounding Ali's head off. I'm like, oh my God. The lady up there, see, she like, she blow the whistle, like, y'all stop. CO start coming out the wash joint. They start coming down. My word, they came on the yard, man, and saved Ali again. Again, man. Ali done took 2 whoopings. 2 whoopings, man. Police saved him. Police saved him, man. Everything police saved him, man. Police came in there and pulled dude up off. Pulled dude up off him, man. Dude went to the Bing. And of course, Ali went to the Bing, man. But the only thing about it is, Richmond still got away with that package. They still got away with them spoons, man. So the dude that was in the pod, he still paid my homeboy. He hit my homeboy off after everything was said and done. Everything was done. He still hit my homeboy off. So I went in the cell after we had came back out, after they packed them niggas up. After they had packed them up, I talked to my homeboy. I'm like, yo. I'm like, that's crazy, bro. He was like, I ain't care what that happened, to be honest with you, Weasel. As long as I get this jump. I was like, what they give you? He was like, he gave me 3 spoons. I was like, for real? So he started rolling up immediately, you know what I mean? He was like, yeah, I'm rolling up. So my homeboy rolling up, and we in that jump talking, man. He was like, man, for real, man. He was like, man, they gonna make Ali gonna get a weapon. I said, man, because yeah, they need to, man. I said, man, because Ali keep taking these whoopings. I said, but at the end of the day, that's what happens when you think you controlling the crowd with the bag. Like, if you doing it wrong, stuff like this can backfire on you, man. I knew it was, like, someday. I didn't know when or how. I just knew someday it was going to end up backfiring on Ali, man, and it did. You know what I mean? So, like, now he's back in the hole again for another case. So, fast forward the tape, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Fast forward the tape game, man. We're going to fast forward the tape about another year. Yeah, so, you know what I mean? Now I'm in 3D. Now I'm in 3D, y'all. I'm in 3D. I've been in there for a while now. And I'm chilling. And for real, like, it be so many dudes that go to the hole or just dudes you ain't seen in a while that you will kind of forget about. But I promise you, man, the whole time I was back in 3D, running around from pod to pod in the hole, I never seen Ali back there. I thought he been got out from that butt whooping that he took, and he was just somewhere on the compound. I never really cared, to be honest with y'all, after that. You know what I mean? Because if somebody would ask me, yo, you know him? I'm like, yeah, dude like a giant Weasel, man. He be trying to play everybody against each other. Like, that's I never had nobody come ask me nothing about him. Nobody did, man. So, like, for real, I never knew he was still in the Bing. But I promise you, man, I looked in the office, like, I didn't even hear people hit the police noise. I looked in the office and I seen a dude sitting in the chair. All his stuff is in there. So they might have brought him in when I was in the cell, or I think I was just getting out of the shower, one of the two. But I know he was in the office, and I looked, and I seen him, y'all. I was like, oh, man. And this is a little while ago. So like before I get hysterical now, I'm in the joint job with it. You know what I mean? Now it's like me and my celly, me and my homeboys job getting a little paper. So it's like he coming into this type of situation, like, and I already got like bad vibes of him being the feds. You see what I'm saying? Like, but I didn't trust him at all. I told y'all that in the last 2 stories. I really didn't trust him, man. This guy is a weasel. I knew a weasel when I see one. So like to see him in our pod, I had mixed emotions. I had emotions like yo, why they bring this dude in our pod? Like, is this a setup? Is this a lineup? Like, why is he in our pod? And I started thinking like, oh, bro, it's penitentiary, bro. They can put somebody anywhere in his room. It don't matter, bro. You think it too far. You think it too far. Just leave it alone. So I was like, he turned around his chair. He was like, he seen me. He was like, what's up, man? I was like, oh, what's up, Ali? He was like, talk to you when I get out. Talk to you when they finish. CEO talking to him. I was like, all right. So I'm like, my homeboy like, yo, who was that, man? I was like, yo, that's the dude Ali, man. He was like, who was that? I was like, yo, dude was in 4B with us, bro. I said, man, he was connected to a lot of stuff, bro. They were saying he told him the CEO, and they were saying that he played the two dudes, the Richmond dude and the red team dude, against each other, but he can get the lady. And like, yo, bro, Jacket looked crazy, man. So my homeboy was like, man, for real, man. He was like, man, dude look like he got some money. You know what I mean? I'm like, bro, I don't care about that, man. Like, I was at the point where, like, you having money didn't impress me. Like, of course, I would like to get money. But like, you got to be able to get away with it to be able to enjoy the money, man. You're not going to get away with nothing with enjoying no money with dude Ali. Ali got too many people after him, man. He got the Richmond mob and the red team that really hate his guts. And he just getting out of a situation a while ago. So like, I guess it got brushed under the rug. I guess it got let go. Whatever the case. Because I didn't keep track. So I didn't even really know, to be honest with y'all, man. But all I know is this man is in our pod now, y'all. So boom. So he get his stuff together, then he come out. And he see me. He like, hey. I was like, what's up? He was like, hey, man. He said, man, I know we never talk like that, man. This is when I really hear his voice, and I still can't even really hear his voice like that. He was like, hey, man, I've been hearing about you in the hole, man. He was like, man, look, how can I get in the business? Like, he was one of those type of guys. He didn't waste no time. This man know I was in the pod with him. He know I was in Fort building when all this madness went down. And he still had the audacity to come ask me, can we team up? He said, how can we do business? I was like, yo, ain't no business to be done. What you talk about? Like, I ain't got no roller, bro. He said, you don't got a police? I said, no, I don't have a police, man. Like, I still like, he was like, I read his brain. His brain was saying, well, how was you getting a law? But he still didn't want to say it, though. He was like, you don't have a police? Man, I thought you had a police, man. He's like, you know, I was hearing about you back there. I know you from Fort building, man. I was hearing about you in the hole. He was like, man, I was in cell 12, man. Nobody came bother me, man. It was, no, so that's why you probably ain't seen me. So I'm like, yeah. Some of that stuff you got going on, though, man. I was like, last time I seen you, bro, you was getting robbed by the Richmond mob. He was like, yeah, you know, you always gonna have haters. But what could I do about it? It's nothing I can do. I can't do anything about it. Like, you're gonna have haters. You're gonna have people that don't like you. At the end of the day, I got this, Weezy. I said, what's that? He smacked the paper on the table. I was like, what's that? It was like, I knew what it was. It was the they call it, I forgot the name of the paper, but it's a paper that they pass out once a month, but it tells you your balance on your books, and it tells you what you just spent. And I think that's what it is. I forgot what they call it. I used to know the name of that junk, man. My bad, y'all. But he slammed that paper on the table. So when I look, I see it looked like a receipt joint. You know what I mean? Got the little joints you can tear off the side, the paper joint. I seen it. I was like, what's that? He was like, look at it. I was like, shh. I grabbed that junk. I promise you, that junk said $7,500, y'all. So boom. But that still didn't impress me, though, man. I was like, you got $7,500 on the books. He was like, yeah, let's do business. He was like, hey, I know how to do it where they're going to get my money off my books fast. It only takes 4 days. So I never heard nobody say that either, but I stopped trying to get dudes to do that for me when I was getting money. I need my money Western Union. That's how I was carrying it. So he like, I know how to get the money off the books fast. So he was like, look, you trying to tell me I can't buy in $7,500? He's like, what you want, 1,000? What you want? I got to get some la-la, man. I was like, man, come on, man. Look, I don't have a police, man. He was like, but you getting it though, Weezy. But you getting it, man. As you getting it. As he's saying that, somebody like, hey, Weasel! Hey! I'm like, hey, bro, I gotta holler at you. I was happy I had to escape, y'all. So boom. I got away from him, man. So he finally go to his cell. They put him in cell 5. He go to his cell, get his stuff together. He made his bed. I go holler at somebody. The dude was upstairs talking to somebody that was working in the hole. Somebody in the hole trying to score. So yeah, I made the play. You know what I mean? I made the play, but still though, like Ali, like, yo, what you doing? You know what I mean? So it was another dude in the block. Another dude in the block, man. I'm not gonna say where he's from either, man, but he was in there getting to the bag as well, slightly quietly, but not like, maybe not as much. I had the la-la. He didn't have the la-la. Dude used to get the dog food and the hardest chicken. That's what he was getting. But he's getting money though, because we had a lot of white dudes in our block that like to mess with that. Black people mess with it too, but like when it comes to that hardest chicken, you got to spend big money. So if you don't have big money, don't even come nowhere near the hardest chicken. So at the end of the day, bro was grinding on the low. Bro, what I'm talking about was getting money on the low. So like, he was there. I looked up and I seen him talking to Ali, and I'm like, and I ain't want to say nothing. It just was like, the only reason I felt some type of way about it, y'all, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. The only reason I felt some type of way about seeing him talk to the other dude in the block that was known as one of the dudes that was getting to that money. The only reason I felt some type of way about it, because I'm like, man, what is he doing? I'm trying to figure out, what is he trying to get in here and get under every black dude that got a little power, or anybody that has power, and then he's trying to get the money. And I mean, that makes sense. But at the end of the day, bro, what are you doing, bro? Like, you don't got to come in here doing that stuff, man. Like I see what he doing. And like, it's not been clear that he's not the feds. And like for real, really holler at bro that much that he's talking to. But still, though, I won't gonna let no feds come in 3D and infiltrate y'all. So boom. So I let him have this conversation. I just stood there for a while. You know what I mean? And I waited till he finished. And I said, oh, bro, me holler at you. Bro, pull up. I'm like, yo, what dude talking about? Trying to spend some money? He was like, nah, he don't do the hottest chicken. I got hottest chicken. He was like, he was trying to buy into what I'm doing. I was like, he trying to buy it? I said, man, you know, he came and hollered at me about the same thing. He was like, for real? I was like, yeah, bro. He was like, man, what's up? What's dude deal, man? I was like, yo, I was in 4 building with dude. I said, man, dude, I got whooped twice. I said, he got whooped by the red team and he got whooped by Richmond. I said, before that, they say he was responsible for turning 2 dudes against each other. Then he took the girl, the CO lady. He had the lady after they went down. I said, then after that, they said, my homeboy was like, is it more? I was like, yeah. Then after that, they say he told on the CO. I said, man, it's a lot going on with dude. I said, but look, on the strength that we in here dirty, we in here jive doing the same thing. I said, look, bro, just be careful. I said, I really don't trust dude. I said, I think dude a real weasel. I said, he gonna keep trying to come at me. I said, I ain't gonna be all aggressive with him and try to, you know what I mean? I said, because it's been a few years since all this happened. So I'm like, I'm just ain't gonna deal with him. You know what I mean? So I'm like, that's on you. Bro was like, yeah, he showed he got 7,500. I was like, yeah. He was like, yo, I might be trying to get that though, Weasel. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna trick his dumb. So I'm like, bro, like, man, I mean, that's up to you, bro. I'm like, man, leave that alone though, man. You know what I mean? He was like, nah, I'm gonna try to whip something up and I'm gonna get it. I'm like, yo, bro, do whatever you gotta do. You know what I mean? I'm just telling you the count on this guy because I never trust this guy. And I'm feeling like I would be wrong if I don't give you the count. He was like, yo, I appreciate you, man. I like, you good, bro. I like, man, let's be safe around Andy Garcia, y'all. So boom. That's why I told him, man, like, yo, just kind of like tighten up. Make sure your eyes is open, man. You watching everything, you know what I mean? So I gave him an account. He was good. So I chilled for a couple more days. Ali and there still ain't accomplished no mission yet of getting nobody to work for him or he could put the money in with somebody. So like, as time had went on a little bit, man, like for real, I started thinking, I'm like, man, for real, man, he a real scumbag. And y'all already know, man, I can get grimy too. Like, I can be grimy if you want to be grimy. I can get grimy, man. And at the end of the day, man, like Ali, like for real, man, him keep trying to come in and buy into everybody. Like I said, it's not really a bad thing, man. But like, I just don't trust this guy. So I didn't want to be around this guy, man. So like, I had bad intentions about him. I never had intentions about talking to him, trying to make a play with this guy because he showed me at $7,500. That didn't mean nothing. Now, if he had $7,500 cash, I would have tricked him and said, yeah, let's go to sell and talk. Then we would have went inside. I'm like, yeah, man, we can do something. Man, give me the $7,500. The $7,500 right there in that bag. Let me get that out of carry on them, y'all. So boom. That just would have been an idea. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, man, like for real though, like bad, crazy thoughts that start going through my mind. And I'm like, this man got $7,500. So I'm like, man, how can we work this play? I'm like, man, for real, the only way to beat a weasel, you gotta be a weasel, man. Like, you gotta play their game. You gotta be their sport. Because that's the only way you're gonna defeat a weasel, man. A weasel is a hard animal to defeat. I'm being honest with y'all, man. This dude was a real deal weasel. He didn't care about nobody but himself. And I'm not mad at him for that. Because like I say, you play chess how you play chess in penitentiary, man. But I just felt like it was time for him to go down. I just felt like bro, you came to the wrong pod. Because now you're dealing with another psycho, man. And you showing me all this money for what? You know I think you the feds. I don't really want to deal with you. So this what made these ideas start coming in my head. And I started thinking, I was like, yo, this wow. Now, the reason why I started thinking, because I could turn into an evil genius if I want to be, man. I promise you, man. The same dude that I seen him hollering at, that be getting the hottest chicken and getting the, be getting the hottest chicken in the D block. Now, quiet as kept. He had a roller. He had a roller the whole time. But his roller was never bringing him to Lala. And you know I been knew that, because if he can get Lala, I definitely would have been in the car with him. But I had been hollering at him off the top when I seen him pop up on a Tuesday with the hottest chicken. And he told me that old boy, it was a CO dude. He told me old boy brought it for him. I'm like, word? I'm like, yo, boom, 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 what's good? He was like, nah, he ain't bringing the Lala. He was like, I'm cool with that too. You know what I mean? He was like, I just get Lala from you. He told me straight up, so me and him was all right. But still though, he still was cool with this male CO. Male CO dude, cool, super cool dude. We gonna call him COT. Like, he was dumb cool, man. Come around, don't bother us, man. Let us run around. He does do anything, man. Cool CO, hands down. Hands down, one of the coolest COs, man. But the whole time he rocking with bro. So like I say, thoughts just start popping in my head, and I start thinking of thoughts, man. And I'm just like, I start thinking of ideas, and I'm just like, man, I gotta holler at bro, y'all. So I shoot out the cell, I go see bro. I'm like, man, holler at you. I mean, he's like, hey, look. He said, man, dude, just pull up on me again, man. He was like, man, for real, that dude worse, man. You right, man. That dude super worse. I said, yeah, he gonna be worse, bro. I said, look, but we gonna do this though. He was like, what? I was like, look, this is what we gonna do. He started laughing. I'm like, look, bro, forget it, bro. Like, you gotta get it. Forget it. This is what we gonna do. I said, them dudes in 4 building, I said, they try to strong arm them and rob them and do all that. I said, bro, I ain't doing all of that. I said, I don't got time for all of that, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like, I said, I'm trying to finesse them out this bread. He said, how we gonna do that? I said, look, this is what we gotta do. I said, look, I'm gonna tell him I got a roller. I said, but look, this is the only favor I need from you, bro. I said, I'm gonna bless you, bro. I'm gonna look out for you, bro. He was like, what? I said, man, I need you to tell the dude that you be messing with, man. I said, I need you to act like, I need you to tell him that act like he rocking with me, like me and him rocking, like he ready to work or whatever the case, I said, look, you can stay out the joint. You know what I mean? I said, I got it. I just need the roller dude, the dude COT, to kind of act like he rocking with me, man. I said, now you ain't gotta tell him all the logistics. I said, but just tell him like, just to come holler at me from time to time when he see me, make sure he do it. You know what I mean? While we at rep. So he was like, all right. He was like, how long is this gonna take? I said, man, I'm trying to put this together now. I said, I don't know how long it's gonna take, but I'm trying to put it together now. He said, how much you gonna get him out? I said, for real, bro. I said, I'm gonna tell him the CO want 2 bands. I said, I'm gonna tell him the CO want 2 bands and we need 500 to go scope. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to get him out 2,500. You know what I mean? He was like, man, you know what? He was like, man, for real. He was like, you should. He said, man, you should just tell him. You should just tell him it's my roller and I'm gonna charge him 2,500 and you need that money to buy the Lala and the Hardy's chicken to get in. So we gonna hit him for 3,500. So I'm like, that's crazy. He was like, but if you hit him for 3,500, he said, I can get a little 15. You can get the 25. I don't care. So I'm like, yeah, right. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. So I was like, yeah, so flip it then. I said, look, you just gotta tell him. I said, look, we about to call him over here. I said, look, you gonna tell him, we gonna break it down to him. I said, look, you just gotta tell him. So he was like, all right, call him over here. I was like, shh, you gotta tell me twice. Ali! Come here, bro. He walked over there all cool. He was like, what's up, man? I was like, yo, look. I said, I know you already hollered at my brother right here, man. He's like, it's your brother? Dude was like, yeah, me and Weasel brothers, man. Yeah, what's up? We the ones in here getting this stuff right now. He was like, you think I didn't know that? That's what I'm trying to holler at y'all right now. I'm trying to holler at y'all right now to see if I can buy in. Right now, I don't have nothing going on, man. I just have 7,500 sitting on my books, man. So I'm trying to get in right now. So what's up? You guys got good news? I'm like, yeah, look, the good news is this. I said, look, man, bro got a roller. He was like, he got a roller? He looked at that dude, he was like, you have a freaking roller? He said that joke crazy. He was like, you have a freaking roller? That joke sounded crazy. You have a freaking roller? You do? My homeboy was like, yeah, look, you think I was gonna tell you off the top? He was like, for real, man, like if you gonna like if this gonna happen, you gotta go through Weasel. He was like, Weasel gotta pay me for making this happen. So he was like, man, for real, I want 1,500. He was like, the roller want 2,000. Then Weasel need 500 to go score. So like it all made sense what he was saying. He was like, 25. He was like, 2,500, 15. He was like, what the hell are you gonna score, Weasel? I was like, shit, what you mean I'm gonna score? I'm gonna score. What you mean? I'm gonna have weed coming in this bitch every day. What the hell you talking about? He was like, can you man handle all that? My homeboy was like, damn right. God damn it, he can handle all that. He was like, so what you guys need from me? He was like, look, we need from you to go ahead and get that money off your fucking book. Start doing it now. You know what I mean? Start doing that shit now, man. He was like, I think I can do that. I think I can do that. My homeboy was like, look, I'm gonna holler at y'all. So he say that. Dude, COT walked in. My homeboy pushed over there. It made it look super good. He walked over to the CO. He was like, him and the CO was trying to, he squared off with the CO. COT was like, they square. They always just joke like they like this. They playing though. They like it. I look over at Ali like this. He looking super happy, y'all. So boom, plan going well. I ain't even gonna lie, man. But like, I had to get rid of this guy some type of way. Why not game? You know what I mean? Why not game? I ain't gonna lie. So look. I'll say probably about 2 days go by. On that second day, after we talked to him, we seen him talking to the lieutenant. We seen him go with the money withdrawal form and take that to the lieutenant. He doing all, we seen all of that. We seen the envelope. We know how it look when you do it. So we seen him doing all of that. So we were just waiting to see when the money hit bro people's joint. You know, I got it sent to bro joint because bro was handling more street business. So he had somebody on the street that can retrieve the money easily. I did too, but like I still just kind of was trying to be out of this a little bit, like I could call myself being smart. So I told bro, look, you go ahead and retrieve the money, give him your Western Union, blah, 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 blah. So he's like, all right, that's a bet. So did he do it? Yes, he did it. You know what I mean? But we just was waiting on the jump to land. You know what I mean? So now we waiting on the jump to land. So it took about 3 days. It took about 3 days. Then bro pulled up on me and was like, hey, look. Hey, my sister said she got that money too, bro. I'm like, word. I'm like, yo, look. Tell her send it to 25 to him. Immediately, bro. Immediately, bro. He was like, all right, I got you. he was like, damn, bro, that was easy, bro. He said, that's the easiest $1,500 I ever made. I said, bro, listen, bro. I said, man, listen, man. I said, dude, like, he deserved this, man. I said, everybody be getting him. I said, everybody be getting him, man. I just felt like it was my turn, y'all. So, boom. I sat around and watched from the crowd all these years. It was my time to get this guy. I scam the scammer, y'all. What you doing? I play chess better than you, Ali. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, you was playing chess for protection. I'm playing chess to protect myself and to win. I got more stuff to look forward to than you when it comes to playing chess in penitentiary, man. He thought he was smarter than everybody. He wasn't. He just got. This was the cleanest got. This was Ocean 11's game. This one was got somebody you can never get. I promise you, man. Now I'm just waiting on the bread to hit my joint. I go get on the phone next day, get the joint. My brother, my people's like, yeah, I got it. I'm like, yo, bro, listen, you can keep 500. I said, bro, this whole 1,500 for me, bro. Hold that joint. What you doing with all this? I said, bro, listen, I just got some. I ain't gonna lie, bro. We just ran an Ocean's 11 game. I just got somebody, bro. Hold that joint. Hold that joint, man. That's worried. He was like, all right, bet. He was like, look, bro. He was like, look, man, I'm gonna get my girl. He said, I gotta get my girl to hold it. He was like, for real, because my bank account messed up, was in the negative. So he said, man, I'm gonna get my girl to hold it. He said, I'm gonna take it out and get it in cash and give it to my peoples, my girl. I'm like, all right, bro, it's gonna be straight. I knew bro was messing with his girl for a while. He like, yeah, it's gonna be good. I'm like, all right. So the Saturday rolled around. So I guess the dude Ali was thinking that that's when he was gonna get the package. And they see me. I'm just acting regular in the part. I ain't doing shit. I'm happy for real. I'm in that bitch filling out a property sheet. You hear me? I'm about to go to property off this dude. T-shirt, sweatshirt game, new Nikes, socks. I'm getting everything off this guy. I'm gonna go to property and spend $250 game. Just for the hell of it. I don't care. So this is what I was doing. I'm sitting at the table being regular. I'm like this. You pull up. You like, hey man, when you think we gonna get that stuff? I'm like, shit, be on the way. You holler at bro. You see, I hollered at him. He told me to holler at you. I was like, oh yeah. I said, shit, I guess it's on the way then. He was like, what day you think? Got people waiting on me, man. I'm like, I wanted to say, man, you don't shut the fuck up. That's what I wanted to say, but I'm playing my role right now, y'all. I'm being different. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, it's gonna be here. Like, can't rush the roller, man. What you gonna do? I ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. So you ain't got nothing to worry about. He was like, no, it's just, you got the money, so I just thought I was gonna be able to have my stuff this weekend. I said, bro, it's still another day left in the weekend, bro. It's stop tomorrow. Calm down. He was like, oh, so it's not gonna be today? I was like, I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be today or not. You know what I mean? He was like, all right. You know what I mean? I see him go back to his little corner. He stay over there. But I could tell he's starting to think in his mind. He's starting to think like, man, I wonder if Weasel and them got me. You know what I mean? Because I know he's feeling it. You know what I mean? I'm too normal and he's too not calm. You know what I mean? So he probably feeling like they pulled a fast one on me. You know what I mean? So I'm still being regular. Bro ain't saying nothing to me since. Me and him ain't even had a conversation. So I finally seen him. So I pull up on him. Me and him talking. I'm like, hey, bro, look. I said, man, for real though, man, we might gotta bang him up too, bro. I thought we didn't have to. I said, but if the days keep going by and he don't get the pack, I said, well, he was like, I'm just gonna tell him, you know what I mean? I ain't got it. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, what are you gonna do? I'm just gonna tell him I ain't got it. I said, man, for real, bro. I said, man, if he get crazy, I'm gonna smack his whole toboggan off. I was like, I ain't even gonna punch him. I'm gonna just smack his toboggan off immediately. So I was like, I ain't gonna trip. You know what I mean? I was like, but I said, I'll say by Tuesday, he gonna know we bucking on him though. You know what I mean? So I said, I told him tomorrow the junk might be here. So I said, why don't you just string him along and tell him that the junk might come through the week? So he was like, all right, I'll do that. So I seen bro go holler at him. I see Ali kind of like, he still looked like he got bucked on. Like he was like, got me out this 3,500. I know he was thinking, he was like, all right, that's cool. So Sunday rolled around, nothing happened. Monday rolled around, you know what I mean? Monday rolled around, this man was looking like, I can't believe I just trusted these dudes. You know what I mean? He looking all crazy in the face. He pull up on me, he said, hey, Weasel. I said, what? He said, hey, man, look, you can just be honest with me, man. He said, man, because I'm freaking going crazy here, man. He said, man, I'm going to get my stuff. I'm like, bro, listen, we waiting on the roller, bro. We don't have nothing. And that was the truth. We didn't have nothing. We just had the money. I was like, bro, we waiting on the roller. What you want us to do, bro? You wanted to get in this car? Sometimes that's how it take, bro. This ain't like back when y'all had Miss N. I said, remember when y'all had Miss N? He was like, the good days. I said, yeah, those were the good days. I said, let me ask you a question. I said, why bro and the Richmond dude end up bumping heads like that? Then you ended up with Miss N. I said, that looked kind of crazy on your behalf, bro. He was like, she always wanted me. I was the one with the money anyway. I still take care of her. I'm taking care of her right now to this day. I can show you letters. She's mine. I'm like, this dude is a freaking psycho, man. He was. See, I was right. I love being right about a maniac right in front of me, man. So I'm like, this maniac right here, man. He was like, yeah, it's business, man. It was business, man. I'm like, yeah, I bet it was business, man. But he's still looking unsure about us. So I'm like, yo, bro, like, yeah. I was like, man, that joint just ain't look right, man. I was like, bro, you know what else they was saying too? He was like, what? I said, bro, they was saying that you was the one that set Miss Ann up, bro. I said, because the lady told us that she got walked off. So, like, that was right after you got out the hole. So, like, I was saying that, why would you do that? You only went to the hole for fighting. That's what I was telling myself. He was like, nah, I still talk to her to this day. I had nothing to do with that. But that's neither here nor there. I'm worried about what's going on this week, man. I'm going to get my money. I'm going to get my stuff. If I can't get my stuff, just give me my money back, Weasel. I'm like, yo, listen, man, you're going to get your money back. But first of all, you need to calm down. That's what you need to do. I showed him the seriousness in my eyes. You need to calm down. He was like, he looked at me like he wanted to hit me. He was like, I'm calm. But I want my stuff. I said, man, well, look, bro. I said, look, well, your stuff ain't here right now, man. Your stuff ain't here right now. He was like, all right. He just stormed off, y'all. So boom. Went over here, went to his cell, dipped off, looking super mad, bro. Pull up on me, you good? I'm like, yeah, I ain't worried about him. You know what I mean? Forget him. Man, welcome to 3D, idiot. You know what I mean? So I'm chilling. I look up. He looking stupid in the face. I'm like, man, I gotta stop watching him, man. So Monday and Tuesday came and went. So I know he's super duper angry about this. Man. I promise y'all, man. And like, I knew for a fact that, like I say, dealing with a weasel, this how you get rid of a weasel. You gotta play dirty back. I promise you, man. So like Friday came. That man was like, he seen COT. And we ain't make no move, like we was getting no pack. And he seen bro still talking to him all friendly. My word, man, we was all standing, COT, all us was standing back by the back door by cell 22. All us was back there. It was me, bro, Officer T, and another dude. We was all back there. I'm back. I'm like this. So I don't see him coming up. So I watch my man eyeballs look up. Like I look back. It's all he like, good news, man. I'm like, COT was like, open up the back door, I'm going next door. He was trying to get out of Dodge. He didn't know what was going on. I'm pretty sure bro filled him in on a little bit of our shenanigans. He was like, open up the door next door, I'm going next door. He was like, please open up the back door, I'm going next door. Y'all say, open up the back door. He dipped. It's just me, bro. The other dude that was standing there, he dipped too. You know what I mean? So it's just me, bro, and the dude Ali. He like, some good news, man. This time he looking more mysterious. I was like, yo, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. He was like, what? I said, yo. He said, he ain't gonna bring it? I said, nah, it ain't that. I said, it ain't that, man. He said, what? I said, I'm bucking, bro. He was like, you bucking? I said, yeah, I'm bucking, bro. Like, I tried to put it in a laughing humor. I was like, I'm bucking, bro. He was like, you bucking? I was like, yeah, I'm bucking, man. He looked at my home, was like, yeah, that money gone, bro. Your money gone, bro. He was like, he looked like he gave me a face like he wanted to say, you bitch made motherfucker. Like, that's what he wanted to say. He was like, I was like, yeah, bro, that money gone, bro. He was like, my money's gone? I was like, it's gone, man. He was like, I was just waiting. I was like, man, if you jump on my neck like you did, bro, from Richmond, I'm gonna beat your motherfucking ass out in this. I'm gonna go to the hole for this 2,500. Nigga, fuck it, nigga. I'm gonna beat your ass, get out the hole, nigga. So I was just waiting on him. I was just looking at him. He was like, that joint was a Mexican standoff. He was like, he stood there. He was like, open up my cell. Door open up. Man, when in his cell, he also boom. He disappeared, man. But he took the buck and he took the buck. You bucked on him, bro. I went on and told him the truth, bro. You bucked on him, man. What you gonna do about it? What's good? You know what I mean? I'm not a bully. Man, I don't prey on the weak, man. But sometimes he's like, this is how you defeat weasels, man. You got weasels running around penitentiary too. And I defeat them like this, by being a weasel. And I had to become a weasel to be the weasel. And that's what I did. I promise y'all, man, that man went to cell for the rest of the day. You ain't hear nothing. They do count. All you hear is, look. All you see is the COs coming in and jump. They go straight downstairs at his joint. You know what I mean? I'm like, Lord, so I'm on the door looking. I'm like, he gonna tell it. What he gonna tell? Like, I was like, he didn't send me the money. So I was like, he didn't send that money to my Annie. So I ain't tripping anyway. So I'm like, man. So So they go in the joint, you just look up, you just see him walking through the park like this with stuff. He like, no handcuff game or nothing. He like, he ain't even look up at me. He got to the door. I thought he was gonna look up at me. He was like, John said, he just went through the door. Bro went through the door. That's word. Went through the door. I'm like, watch him leave. I'm like, thank God, man. I was like, yo, that was the easiest $2,500 I ever made. I'm about to throw a party in this joint. That's what I'm about to do. I said, yo, look, you want to make some wine? I said, I'm going to order some candy. I said, look, you want to make all the pieces? I said, I'm going to order you all the swole material. I said, look, go get us some lalas. Party time, y'all. Now, I didn't do that, though, but I'm being honest with y'all, man. I was really happy, and I was going to play fair with everybody around me for this little free $2,500, and I was going to try to invest another the rest of the money into trying to find my own roller. That was the plan. That was the plan of the whole jump. Man, I promise you, man, probably like a week go by, this guy leaving. After this guy left after a week, we in the joint, man. Bro pull up on me like, yo. He was like, yo, this joint crazy. He was like, what's been different to you? I'm like, what? He was like, I ain't seen COT since last Tuesday. I'm like, for real, bro? I was like, I didn't even notice he ain't been here. He was like, no, he ain't been here. He was like, nigga ain't answering his phone or nothing. I was like, what? He was like, yeah. I'm like, yo, that's wild, man. Like, that's crazy. So we ain't say shit, man. It's word. Got there. Next thing you know, the word that got back that COT got tore off. That's word, man. The word that got back that COT got tore off. Not only did he get tore off, he was bringing it back for another dude and got tore off. That junk was crazy, man. So after he got tore off, he was done. You know what I mean? Fast forward to take like a month. He's out of here. You know what I mean? Bro used to call him and talk to him like he a street dude. Like I guess he had like a burner phone. He used to call him from the wall phone and talk to him like he on the street, whatever. Like he wasn't nobody, a CO, definitely. But bro called him after he had got fired and everything. Bro come back and tell me, he said, man, look, guess who he say set him up? I was like, who? He said, a nigga got down the dude, Ali. I was like, man, get the fuck out of here. He said, man, Ali was in the hole, man, messing with a dude that be spending money with COT. And he said he was making plays for him. And he said the whole time, dude knew. But he said, dude probably knew from when we bucked on him anyway. And dude told the police on him, man. He said dude told the police on him. That was his deal to get off sussers, man. They sent him to Coffeewood for that shit, man, for setting him up, man. The man lined him up to go to Coffeewood, man. So bro was mad. Bro was mad that that's how his roller got nuts. He was like, man, but like, I mean, was $1,500 worth it? I don't know, man. But at the end of the day, man, like a weasel like him, he still got his get back, man. He still got his get back, man. It was crazy, y'all. And y'all know what else happened in this play, man? My homeboy, man, that got my money, man. The one he let his girl hold the money, man, on everything I love, man. His girlfriend ended up bucking on him for my money, man. He said she moved out the state. He couldn't find her. I don't know if he bucked. I don't know what was going on. All I know is I never smelt none of that $2,500, y'all. That shit was crazy, man. But penitentiary is crazy. I already know the count, man. It's a crazy situation. Like I said, bro got transferred. I never seen that rat ass nigga again, man. And he told him a cool ass CO, 2 of them. So at the end of the day, man, he wins. He wins, man. I never got that money, man. Like bro had got his $1,500. I never got my money, which was a crazy thing, man. I ain't even thinking about it, man. But that was a crazy situation, y'all. That's the end of the damn story, though. I appreciate y'all for watching, man. Y'all know the count, man. Stay out the way, man. We need y'all out here, man. Our family needs us out here, man. Period. But y'all already know what it is, man. This was the bonus banger. So what I need y'all to do with this one. Like, share, subscribe, y'all. Let's get. Let's go. But be safe out there, people, and stay your ass out the way.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way, if you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous. Did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments. Get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart just to open your eyes up.